taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line, so this is going to come out to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready. Hot 7.
And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. You talk about this Bengals defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Mustang 19. Here we go. Here we go. Warriors 70. 60 Bobcats. 60, 18. Pioneer. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Ready. Got 60. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Dragon 60.
They'll look to throw here. Now he'll tuck this and run. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Got it. Ready. Cowboy 80. Come on. Come on. Hit. 18 Cardinal. 18 go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A nice throw by the rookie from Alabama. That's a 1st down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Back to throw here. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Shamar Stewart in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be out right at the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they're right past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
11, Thomas.
An inside give, Brown. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Bengals at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11. Shahad. 11, 11, 11. Shahad.
Now it's Burrow. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
On the go.
2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They fire this one quickly to Austin. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. You talk about this Bengals defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass? Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
On 4th down, Corliss Waitman on to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken at the 10. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And it'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Warrior 70. Ready.
They're going to look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder. If he wasn't a first-round pick, they want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Steady.
Looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Shamar Stewart. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
On one, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
12. Stop.
Burrow looking to pass.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Here we go. Like 12. Stop.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Gun. 11 MT. 18.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
11. First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
11.
And Burrow going to throw again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Chase Brown, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
He'll let it fly for Austin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Ready.
They'll set up to throw. And he is caught. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
19, Tiger, 10 through 11, go.
Back to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Here we go.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Now 2nd and 5.
65, Buffalo 18. Mustang 19.
He'll drop to throw. Now a run here off the arc. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. 3rd and 20.
18 Cardinal.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
On 2.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here.
12, 12, 12.
Here's Burrow. He completes it to Evans. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
11.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
11 MT. 11 MT. 12.
Now it's Burrow. Now he's going to step up and run. Here's Higgins out of the right side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. The Bengals bring out their punter now. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
On 1,
The
right?
Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Gun.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
11 MT. Tank. Stop.
Burrow will throw. Look at Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Timing is so important on a route like this, because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a counter too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horn.
This is a diving effort by Evans. What a catch. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't.
11, Thomas.
Now Burrow. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football.
Here we go.
But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I think we've hit that point in the game now where any score you get could be the one that actually wins it. So above all, you want to avoid a turnover that leaves you coming away with nothing.
11.
They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Gun. Stop. 11. Stop.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Here we go. Ready? Stop.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Mike Evans, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Now he's going to step up and run. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
He'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
19 tight. Cut 19. Cut 19.
28-yard gain.
They'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Austin, 37 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off limits.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Now it's Burrow. That's complete once again. It's Gesicki. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big gain or two in succession as this one goes for 32. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A quick throw caught by Evans out wide. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Mike Evans, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air.
Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Mike Evans with career touchdown number 109. That ties it with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Bengals get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Come on. Hey, go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
19 Tiger. Warriors 70.
Back to throw here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Steelers first down. A gain of 12.
He'll send Austin in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
Drop 50, drop 50.
Brings up second and 12 at the 27-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal.
County Lions. Seven Pirates. Go.
The play action fake. They look to throw. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked and multiple players broke through the line to get him. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
See what I did there?
He needs better protection, that's for sure. The 4th down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and the Bengals are going to get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out. There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 11. Can. 12. 11, mighty. Stop.
Burrow looking to pass. And his throw here is incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And got his man complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Right, 80, 11, Thomas. 12, 12, 12, 11, MT, Tate. 11,
here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And they're going to get this up to midfield. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
11, here we go. 11 MT, 11 MT.
From midfield now, Burrow. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
12, 12, 12. Let's get set. Wide 80.
3rd down, here's Burrow. Now, he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as he'll stop him well short of the yellow line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
12, 12, 11 Thomas. 11, 11, 11.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. That is caught. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35.
11, 11.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I tell you, he brings the wood when he comes flying up in run support. He may be a safety, but he hits like a linebacker.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 MT. 11 MT. 12, 12, 12.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Still fighting. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Chase Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Mustang 19. Go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Calvin Austin, his second touchdown of the night. And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
42. Steelers 20.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
11 Thomas. 11.
Here's Burrow. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Cincinnati, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.